We have some more NHL trade news to discuss, this time between the Vancouver Canucks and the Pittsburgh Penguins. An interesting trade involving a key goaltender coming up next. So welcome back to another video here at Top Shelf Hockey. As I mentioned, we have ourselves an NHL trade to take a look at here today. And to me, in my opinion at least, this is reasonably interesting and it doesn't come as a shocker. But the main piece of this trade is ARTURS, of course, former goaltender now from the Vancouver Canucks. Silovs is an interesting case with Thatcher Demko just extending long-term with Vancouver and Kevin Lankinen signed long-term. It was pretty obvious here that if Silovs was going to have an opportunity to play any kind of regular NHL minutes or even compete for a spot, it wasn't going to be in Vancouver. Of course, he had his opportunity with Demko's injuries in the past. We saw in their last playoff appearance him to have an opportunity and whatnot. And of course, this year he won an AHL championship. So he goes to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh will be a better spot for him to develop and hopefully earn a regular spot in the NHL. Going back the other way to Vancouver is Shea and a 2027 fourth round pick. So not a huge return by any means, but Silovs at this point has limited NHL experience, and during that experience there's some inconsistencies for sure, but I think this guy has a real potential, a real opportunity here to solidify himself, and Pittsburgh just might be a good landing spot for him to grow with that team as they go deeper into a rebuild. And of course they add more young talent to that roster. Things are only going to get better long term. I mean, Silovs is a good sized goalie, 6'4", just won an American Hockey League championship. So I mean, there's lots to like. He's on a final year of his contract, under $1 million. I mean, the positives just keep growing and growing if you're, in my opinion here. So the other big thing, the other benefit here for Vancouver is they get to move him now and actually get a return. If he had stayed in Vancouver, which I didn't expect him to, but if he did, that he would have needed waivers to go down to Abbotsford again in the American Hockey League. And being an AHL championship goaltender in the season he just put together, I can't imagine that would have happened. He wouldn't have cleared. They would have lost him for nothing to waivers, and that would have been a sad situation for the Canucks to not get anything back. So at least they get a return. And if you're Pittsburgh, they obviously recently traded Alex Nedeljkovic. That created an opportunity. They still have Tristan Jarry. They have Joel Blomqvist as well, who I'm not really sure, to be honest, the level of confidence right now in Blomqvist, but I think before this trade, I expected him to get more of a chance too. And I wouldn't completely rule out the possibility that Tristan Jarry is moved as well before the start of the season. Now, it's going to be more challenging. He's got more term and more money on his contract and has been wildly inconsistent, like some of the other goalies around the league that have been struggling to find new homes here in the last couple of years. So I'm not sure Kyle Dubas is going to be able to trade Jarry, but I think it's fair to say he would like to and will be trying to. So if he does, they may have a very young goaltending tandem next year. If not, I would expect Silovs to be the backup to Jarry and push him for more starts and kind of solidify himself as a full-time goalie in the NHL during the regular season. At least that would be my expectation for Silovs next year with the Penguins. So to me, it's a low-risk, potentially high-reward scenario for Pittsburgh. They add depth in their goaltending, gives them a little bit more opportunity to possibly move Jarry, and then next in Vancouver's case, they don't have to worry about losing him on waivers. And he's spent some good time there in Vancouver. It's given him some good AHL time, some decent NHL minutes in the playoffs, especially a couple of years ago when Demko was hurt. He's an up and coming goalie. So we'll see what happens. I like this trade really for both sides, more so for Pittsburgh because they get the better player in the deal. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. We'll discuss further. If you're new to the channel, of course, make sure you subscribe and stick around. We'll keep you up to date with all the news, rumors, and analysis of all 32 NHL teams. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.